I'm here with Darren Townsend today. He's the Managing Director for Peak Resources. Darren, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Tracy, and good evening.
It's a genuine pleasure to have an opportunity to speak with you face-to-face today. I mean, you're relatively new to Peak Resources, are you not?
Yeah, that's right. I just joined last month, so I've been pretty busy getting up to speed with everything, with the PFS, etc.
And since you've joined Peak Resources, Darren, is it just me, or have you not doubled the stock?
Oh, not quite, but it's up a little bit. It's heading in the right direction.
Okay, but of course this is probably due in part to teamwork. And then just in the last 24 hours, you put out a robust pre-feasibility study. I mean, there's so many points and exciting updates from this alone, I don't really know where to start. How about you give us an overview?
Yeah, no worries, Tracy. Well, you're quite right. It is a team effort, and Peak's actually very lucky to have a good bunch of people here. It's not just a couple of guys in an office. We've actually got a good team here that we've been able to put this pre-feasibility together. The majority of it's been done in-house, but obviously with a lot of input from a lot of very good consultants. I mean, obviously the highlight is just the quality of the resource reserve and the mine life. I mean, this is coming out with a sort of 58-year mine life and spitting out about $121 million a year of free cash after tax and royalties. So any sort of long life project like that that's putting out those sort of free cash is pretty good. And I think the most important thing probably is the Capex. As we all know, in these sort of challenging financing climates, to be able to get your initial Capex down is absolutely critical. And we've been able to, we actually had from our updated scoping study, we originally had a $373 million Capex. We've actually been able to knock that down to $367 million, but now we include a 30% contingency, which we didn't before. So we've actually knocked about 90 odd million off the underlying Capex number, so we're pretty happy with that.
Okay, something else I noticed was that payback in year 3. Did I read that correct, Darren?
Yeah, that's right. It is, payback is in the 3rd year, so that's pretty good. Pretty good payback and an internal rate of return of 39%. So yeah, pretty good numbers.
Okay, and then of course for all of our audience members that are not familiar with the Nugwala project, which is based in Tanzania, and then of course I'm reading all these numbers, they're obviously going to want to know a lot more about this. Can you give us more of an overview?
Yeah, thanks, Tracy. I think certainly we do sort of sail under the radar, particularly in the sort of North American markets. Not a lot of people know about us. So it was actually a virgin discovery in 2010. So we've been able to take it from a discovery in 2010 to finishing off a PFS in early 2014. So the guys have done a really good job. I've obviously just joined, so I can't claim the fame to that, but they've done a lot of good work in a very short period of time. We've got an excellent technical director, Dave Hammond, and a guy called Gavin Beer, who's an excellent metallurgical guy. So the project's located in southwest Tanzania. It's about 200 kilometres north of quite a major sort of city called Mbeya. Mbeya is about 700 kilometres from the port at Dar es Salaam, but it's a sealed road and a railway line all the way up to the coast.
For all of our audience members who are now going to be running to understand more about Peak Resources after these robust pre-feasibility studies, just want to draw your attention to the fact that, of course, we all may not appreciate how strong the Tanzanian market actually is. Can you give us a little bit more of an overview on Tanzania?
Yeah, sure, Tracy. Tanzania is a very good mining jurisdiction in Africa. In fact, it's the 3rd largest gold mining country in Africa. So it's got a very good established mining jurisdiction and some very good mining laws that were updated, I think, in 2010. So yeah, it's a good place to do business. Lots of big mines have been built there in the past. So
with the 58-year mine life that we're looking at, what's our timeline for production?
Yeah, we're obviously subject to financing, which all these things are. We're looking to try and get into production mid-2017.
Of course, you have a real advantage having reduced your Capex by $91 million. Would you like to tell us, Darren, how you managed to do this?
Yeah, I think as we've gone into more details with the studies, we've been able to get actual direct quotes from suppliers. So some of the earlier work in the scoping studies is more just factoring from engineering houses. We've actually been able to get a lot of hard quotes for a lot of the gear now.
All
And
right.
the big advantage, sorry, is that we're using just simple plastic tanks, etc. So it's pretty basic stuff.
With regards to your infrastructure, can you give us a little bit of an overview?
Yeah, we've done the base case, which is what's presented in the study, to do everything on site. So we're taking everything through from mining all the way through to separated rare earth products. And we've been able to do all the test work already here in Australia to prove that.
Considering how much you've accomplished in 1 month, can you tell us what benchmarks we should be looking forward to in 2014?
Yeah, our main focus now is to continue our work with our strategic discussions with strategic partners. We've got an MOU already in place with a Chinese group, so we'll be continuing on with those discussions. And as you can imagine, after the last set of results from this week, the phone's been ringing pretty hot. So looking forward to opening up some other discussions with regards to progressing the project as rapidly as we can.
So tell me, how impressed are your partners since you put this news out?
Yeah, no, they've early feedback is very positive, and in fact, I'll be heading up into next week. I'm in Hong Kong for the Mines of Money, and the week after, I'll be up in China to further those discussions.
Darren, thank you so much for joining us today. We really look forward to following you and seeing what you do next.
Thanks a lot for your time, Tracy. Cheers.